All right, and we're live. It is Friday, September. I had to count there for a second. It is Friday, September 3rd, and we got some work to do on this game. So, first things first, when I posted the video of what we got done last week, I kind of noticed, or not last week, the other night, this was 2 nights ago, I noticed that the score was not resetting between rounds. So item number 1 is going to be to reset the score when the game starts. Item number 2 is we're going to start reworking our map generator, which is going to be super fun. I'm going to actually simplify the map generator so there's only one type of piece being generated rather than choosing between an enemy segment or a blank segment. What's up, Juan? How's it going? Now we're going to just choose one kind of segment, and that way we're never going to end up with stretches of the map that have no obstacles. Because there's if you go too procedural on something, then you end up with results that just aren't fun. So I need to make some of this handcrafted. Oh, that's an interesting G Fuel flavor. It's one of the Tetramonos from the Tetris Blast Collector's box. I can't tell what that tastes like. Maybe like blue Kool-Aid? One watching is a lie, it's at least 2. Yeah, not very many people show up to the game development streams yet, because I just started this channel and it's been hard to get the word out. But we got some cool stuff to work on, so let's work on it. So first things first, I'm gonna hop into my start button. I do start button for this, right? Oh, I need to turn my other light on too. Oh my god, my headphones are tangled on my chair. There, now my face should be less dark. You're going on vacation tomorrow. Where are you headed, my dude? Okay, so we need to find our player pawn. And we need to modify the script that says what happens when you hit the start button. And that is stored right here on our start button object. So when we hit the start button, we ask if it's a fist that's hitting it, because we don't want enemies or random text objects or something activating our start button. Then we turn off the start button and we transition to the game. So when we transition to the game, one of the very first things we're going to want to do is reset the scoring. I cannot put my finger on what flavor that is. Let's see if they have it listed on the G Fuel website. Wait, G Fuel Tetris box. Tetramono collector's box. That's what we're looking for. Okay, what are the flavors? Okay, it's raspberry. I guess it kind of tastes like a Blue Jolly Rancher. It's like a blue raspberry kind of taste. That makes sense. What was the one? Okay, so yesterday I had the strawberry. I have not had the pineapple passion fruit yet. So this is a box that comes with a bunch of these individually packed G Fuel servings. Mostly I just wanted the cool Tetris shaker cup though. Going to a city called I don't know how to pronounce that. Cartagena. I'm gonna try to pronounce it like an American. Look up pictures of it. It's really pretty. I'll type it into Google on my other screen in case you're sending me to like a porn website or something. Wow. It's very vibrant. It's beautiful. I love all of like the really bold colors everywhere. I wish we don't see that very often in like Georgia. That's really pretty. The water is like crystal clear blue too. Nice. That's kind of murky. That's pretty. I thought this was like a graveyard and there were just tons of tombstones, but it's a city. That's cool. I hope you have a good time. How long are you going to be there? Okay, we figured out what flavor our G Fuel is. Now we can go ahead and reset our variables. And I think I have an action for that under our game mode blueprint already. So hop over to our game mode blueprint, I believe. Reset score. We do. Okay, so we can just, under our map generator, we can say game mode. I think we already have a variable for that. Get current game mode. And then we just say reset, nope. Oh, reset TPT score. So now when we restart the game after we die, it should reset the score. Looks like a Mediterranean Disney World. It was a Spanish colony, hence the architecture. You're gonna be there till September 13th, so you're gonna miss the Fortnite live event, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, super worth it. I'd much rather go on vacation than see a Fortnite event on the 12th, 13th. So that's like a little over a week. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Waiting to hear back from this person. Okay, so we've reset the score. That should work. I'm pretty confident that works. If it doesn't, then I'll eat my words later. But I don't really feel like playtesting and putting on the headset quite yet. So today is the 3rd, and we'll go ahead and mark that as done. So now, make preset obstacle segments for less procedural generation. So how this map generator works right now, I'll show you. After this starts. Right now, whenever you round a corner, it chooses random, you can see where the individual segments are, where these lines are. That's just part of the art design, but each of these is a randomly chosen segment. And right now, at the beginning of the game, there's like a 25% chance of it choosing an obstacle, like a door. But it chooses one of these 2.5 meter segments at a time. And that's problematic for a lot of reasons. For one, there's a 25% chance of it choosing an obstacle, but what if it hits that 25% chance multiple times in a row? Now you have multiple of these obstacles they have to duck under in a row, and that's not very fun. Or what if, since there's only a 25% chance of choosing an obstacle at the beginning, what if it just decides it's not going to choose any obstacles and it just has a nice blank pathway for the first stretch of the map? So what I've decided I'm going to do instead is get rid of the logic of choosing blank segment versus obstacle, and I'm gonna make like tunnel pieces of varying lengths that each have an obstacle on them, but they're gonna be of varying difficulties. That way, each stretch of the map will have a few different chunks that are guaranteed to have obstacles on them. And it'll have a more handcrafted, hey, this is actually fun, rather than this is randomly generated kind of feel. But it is still randomly generated on the order, so you still get, and we can add some random generation to each of the pieces as well, like for how difficult it is. But so the player will still get a different experience every time they play the game, but it won't feel so random. It'll feel more fun. Really interesting G Fuel flavor. So anyway, that's the goal for tonight. So we need to hop into the map generator. I also need to figure out source control at some point, so I don't accidentally break something forever. But I don't think we're gonna handle that tonight. So let's hop into our map generator and I'll show you what I mean. So for example, where's my map generator? Map generator. This is the event that generates a new stretch of the map. It does all of this in like less than a fraction of a second. It's great. So we need to go to the part. Okay, so here's where we choose. This is the part of the script that we're going to modify. So this chooses a random number, chooses, this says, are we successful I wrote an event that essentially chooses a random number out of 100, and then I have a percent range, and if that random number falls within that range, with 25% of 100, then it's a success and it will generate an enemy piece. So we're just gonna ditch that logic altogether. We will save this. I'll copy paste it, but we're gonna replace that. Yeah, so what do you think about this? The problem with G Fuel, it tastes really good, has tons of caffeine in it, so I can't just go get another serving or else I will have heart problems. But I'm out of it, so now I just have to drink regular old water. I'm sorry, sometimes I just need to like twiddle my thumbs or look at something else and just think about things for a second. So we're going to disconnect the choosing a random percent, and we're gonna have to create a new wall segment type. We're also probably gonna end up ditching using instanced geometry for the map pieces. Which, that is a lot of words, and a lot of them probably don't make sense to a lot of you. A lot of you. But just trust me. So we're gonna say obsolete choose between enemy and regular pieces. So now we zoom out. Why is that comment not coming up? Whatever. Anyway, that is commented. Now we have a whole blank canvas to generate pieces in. And here's the funny part, because if we play right now, it's gonna make some weird results because it doesn't know how to generate the map. I'm just curious what happens. Yeah, so it's only gonna generate corners. Nice. And then it should eventually generate a speed up segment. Yeah, corners and speed up segments. That seems like a fun game, huh? So game still technically works. We just need to add the meat and potatoes. That's what I had for dinner. I had chicken and potatoes. So let's just create a few different obstacles. We're gonna need to make like a large library of different obstacle arrangements too, that the game can choose from. And we're gonna have to sort them by level of difficulty, because the game is supposed to get progressively more difficult as it goes. But let's just get this working first with one type of obstacle, and that will be a duck under the door segment. So for this, we need to make a new blueprint class. So under our transport game mode, we're going to make map segments. Give me a second. I have to think if I still want to use instanced geometry or not. It's probably a smart move. What I mean by instanced geometry is... that's really hard to explain. So, let's say you have an object that has like 100 polygons on it, and you want 1,000,000 copies of that. That's gonna be a whole lot of polygons for the engine to calculate, and a whole lot of textures and draw calls and stuff. So instead, you can make instances of that one geometry, so the engine only has to calculate the geometry once, and then it can just paste it around the scene a million times. And then it puts all of those objects on the same draw call, which saves a whole lot of processor usage. That's a really basic way of explaining it. Oh, I should update my Discord status to I'm live. Let's see. How do I change my status? I'm on YouTube making a game. Dude, I hate people. Some guy on my Discord server was like, not to be rude, but the server is also a bit dead. I recommend finding people. Gee, I never fucking thought of that. Holy shit, man. Wow, what a revelation. Jesus Christ, I hate people. That's a mood ruiner. People are dumb as shit. Just find people, lol. Anyway, back to this. We need to make a new blueprint class under map segments. I guess I'll divide this up. I don't know if I can divide. God, how do I divide this up by difficulty? I think we need to program that into the blueprint class, what difficulty level it is. So we're going to make a new actor. We're going to call this map segment base. And this is going to need a few different things. We have to bring out the... Here, let's think about what this needs as a game component. Okay, so we need a start and end location arrow that we can grab to get the transforms for the next map piece. We need a variable for the difficulty level. We need a variable for the amount, for the length of the map piece, since we know we need a variable for the length of the map piece. Since we're no longer doing individual map pieces of the same length. So we need the length. How many pieces long is it? That way we can divide up for the speed of the traveling down the path. That's hard to explain. That was a lot of words. That was unnecessary. We need... Remember, this is just the parent class that we're going to use to create all of the map segments. We've already got the corner segments working just fine. So let's start here. We will double click this. We're going to add an arrow component. These are things that don't render in the game. They literally are just used for location. Or you can use them for all sorts of things. I use them to grab a world location without having to manually calculate it. So then let's go ahead and grab a reference piece. Just for the general length of things. And we'll make the default length 1. With the option to make it longer in the future. And this, we just want to match it up with the end. It should be minus 250 or multiples of minus 250 because that's 250 centimeters, which is 2.5 meters. What's up, Benzalot? How's it going? I did not have chat open for a second. So this will be the end location. Start location doesn't really matter because 000 is the start location. So we have our end location. Now we need to make a variable for how long it is. So this will be segment length, and we'll make that an integer. Then we also need a difficulty level variable. We'll say every time the game speeds up, we will increase a variable called difficulty by 1, and that'll know how to choose. Then we'll know how to choose which map piece to grab. You can figure out how to do that. We're gonna have to make arrays, like a big list of these somewhere in the program of what's what difficulty when I make all these map segments. Do you get a nice long weekend for Labor Day, Benzlot, or are they having you work? Okay, so we have the end location, which should also be the correct transform for generating a piece. We have reference, we'll say hidden in game on this. we even need this? We can just delete that. We don't even need it. We have the variables. This is a pretty good parent class as far as I'm concerned. Oh. We're also going to want to handcraft where this spawns energy things. So we'll need to add an event to the parent class for spawning energy capsules, since we are no longer having blank segments. So let's say by default, yeah, let's just get components by class. Box collision, box component. So I'm gonna give us one. Get components. There we go. That'll give us an array. Box component. So we're gonna need to make a custom event. And we're gonna call this spawn energy capsules. What's up, Cash? How's it going? You don't work Fridays? Tomorrow you work, and Monday you work from opening until closing. Labor Day is. Do you have like Labor Day deals or anything? Because that sounds like it'll be rough. So we're gonna get all of our box collision things, and then we want to basically just copy the logic. We want to do a for each. Ooh, we want to ask. Hashtag. We'll say energy. We'll branch. Hopefully this only gets all components that inherit from a given class. Target self. Okay, so this should only do it within this object. Why is the stream lagging? Is it? It says 0 dropped frames, and it doesn't look like it's stuttering on my end. Oh my god, now I'm making 1 billion of me. That's pretty trippy. Yeah, it doesn't look like it might just be you. Okay, so now I need to copy the logic for the other spawning. Now, the cool thing about this is that we can potentially add energy capsules to obstacle tiles as well, which I did not do previously. So this will give us a lot more freedom in the long run. It'll just be more work to create all of the different obstacle types. Okay, let me grab the code snippet. Transport blueprints. Map generator, instance pieces, corner segment, wall segment. That's what we're looking for. So we have pod spawn. Spawn pod nah. Dude, what was I even thinking? Okay, spawn pod. So the reason I'm doing this is because we're gonna have multiple collision boxes on each of these wall segments that generate things. Only mine is lagging. It's not lagging on my end, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Oh. Now it just did. OBS says 0 dropped frames. Oh, yeah, it is. Weird. Maybe it's the bit rate. I don't know. It says 0 dropped frames. And that's gonna be trippy because it's gonna be doing the same thing over and over again. This doesn't look like it's stuttering for me. Okay, now it's getting too trippy because I hear myself over and over again. Stream health says it's good. That was at 6:47 because I hadn't started the stream yet. Beats me. What kind of internet speeds do you get? Speed test isn't always the most accurate because it's owned by the internet companies. I think AT&T bought them, so it's gonna lie a little bit, and it's also dependent on the servers, but still not bad. Okay, so we want to get the box extent of whatever get the world location, get the box extent, random point and bounding box. That's a really fun node that does a whole lot of work for you. Plug in the true, and then should be good to go. So now this will say, hey, let's get a list of all of the box components on this structure. And then for each of them, we're going to generate an energy pod. That's all this says. Super easy. Super easy. I'm making plans with someone for tomorrow, potentially. Yeah. You don't have any stream lag, by the way? Interesting. It might be because okay, so if you're looking at other streams and they're not lagging, you might want to try watching this one at a lower quality or something. Because YouTube, that's one of the benefits of streaming on YouTube, is that it automatically transcodes everything, and I stream at a pretty high bitrate because of that. So if you're watching at the 1080p 60, it might be that your internet can't keep up with the bitrate that I chose. Anyway, so we're spawning the energy pods. We have the event made. We can modify it to our heart's content afterwards. We do also want to add these to the map generator though. So we're gonna need on begin play for each of these. We're gonna need to set up the current thing. I don't know. Streaming is a tricky thing. The websites that do it. It could also be like an ingest server thing. Like maybe the server that delivers content to you is crapping out or something. That happens sometimes. Okay, so let's grab our game mode and make that variable. Literally just copy pasting code snippets because it's easier this way. Current game mode. And this is going to be TPT game mode. Cool. TPT game mode. Now I can grab get current game mode, because now each of these map pieces knows what the game mode is, so I don't have to cast every single time, because that seems tedious AF. I'm sorry, it's stuttering. Do you mean stuttering by like buffering every so often? Define stuttering. So then under spawn pod, then we add that to, oh wait. No, that's current game mode. We want map gen. Where are we getting that from? Oh, we're doing that on the construction script. Yeah, let's do that. We're literally copy pasting a lot of stuff here. I've said that a billion times though, so I'm gonna shut my goddamn trap. And this will be TPT map generator. dope. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. That's one of the reasons I stream this, so I'll get sidetracked less, but I still just get sidetracked. Because if I'm streaming, I at least have to work on the game some, right? It's not like I can just quit and play Fortnite or something. Oh, we have our map gen set anyway, so we can go back to our graph. We can copy, paste. So we want to get the current map gen, get. What was I looking at? We want to get the next pods, and we want to add this to it. Get next pods, add. Wow. That was easy. Cool. Okay, so done. Now we also need a destruction script here. We need to bind this to the destroy map event. So for that, we're going to add a destroy me event. Want to destroy the actor. That seems pretty straightforward. You have to keep in mind, it's been like months or years since I've looked at a lot of these old node graphs. So just getting consistent functionality between them sometimes can be challenging. Bind, so we want to get the current game mode. We want to bind event to destroy map event. So now whenever we call the destroy map event on the game mode, it'll automatically destroy the map segments. All of them. Because they're all based on this parent class. Cool, so now let's go ahead and make our first example. What do you think about the best way to handle this? This is challenging. Sure, I'll be right back. I have returned.
Evil.
Okay, so now we can just start making map segments, and this is gonna be the fun part. I need to reply to these messages though. What time is this place close? That is the question. Tomorrow, they're open till 10 p.m. Making plans. That's what's up. Might be going mini golfing tomorrow. Can we get a hell yeah in the chat? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. We have everything set up. I just need to like, so somebody say, Chris, snap the fuck out of it and do the thing. Cause that's what I need to do. Right now I'm procrastinating on just making a map segment. Cause I'm scared of like, what about changing it later? What if I need to add things? What if I missed something? But it doesn't matter. I can always add it later. So I just need to snap the fuck out of it and focus. So we can also always move these to different folders. Who fucking cares? That's the thing. Nobody cares. Map segment base. This is the one we just created, right? Yeah, segment length, blah, 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 blah. So default of 1, publicly expose that. Segment difficulty, default of 1. Just do the thing, Chris. So we're going to create a child blueprint class, and we'll call this duck obstacle duck wants. And then we'll put a D1 for difficulty 1 at the end of it, just for easy guide reference later when I'm piecing these things together in an array. So we have this. So let's create it, I guess. So let's make this. If we make any of these segments too long, we're going to end up with tunnels of really varying length. Anyway. The reason I also wanted to do this was to guarantee that there is some time to recover after each obstacle. This way I can put blank pieces before and after to my heart's content. So this is like a difficulty 1 obstacle. So let's go to our art. Grab our tunnel pieces. Oh, we're also gonna need some logic in here. That. Because at the end of the day, we're going to have different kinds of zones. For the first iteration of the game, we're going to have the one kind of zone. But eventually we're going to have multiple. So I need to add that sort of switching logic in here ahead of time. These are the problems we gotta solve to be game developers. Huh.
Oh, dude, you can see my red pole. That sounded wrong.
Let's think. Yeah, that's where the that. It's in your camera. That's where my lighthouse for my VR setup is stored. Man. I mean, at the end of the day, I can create different kinds of obstacles for each zone. Oh my god, how do I do this? Who doesn't have a pole in their living room? Never know when you might have to entertain guests. No, it's where is it? It's a contractor pole. Okay, that doesn't sound any better, I realize. It's used to like hold. How do you explain this? With pictures, of course. It's one of these, except I have it right up against the wall and I mount my index lighthouse. I mount my VR lighthouse on it for tracking. One of them. The other one's over there in that corner. Granted, y'all can't see anything in my room because it's green screen. Also can't see my screen. Yeah, I haven't moved it. I'm just thinking. So you're gonna stare at my full face thinking for a second. I haven't touched anything in a minute because I'm really thinking about how I want to handle this. I think we need to add a custom event to the parent class and add an array. You wanted to see the poll though? Oh shit, yeah, that's right. My bad. I did not think this through. I just expected you to take my word for it, I guess. It's one of these contractor poles. They're used to hold things up while contractors work on things. But they're also really convenient for mounting lighthouses to the wall. So yeah, I use something similar to that, but it's attached to one of the contractor poles rather than drilling holes in my wall. Granted, it wouldn't fucking matter if I drilled holes in my wall, because there's no way in hell I'm ever getting my security deposit back anyway. And that was like 6 years ago, so I don't even care. I've drilled so many holes in all the walls, but it's just really convenient to be able to move the base stations easily. But yeah, it's pretty much these things. Google Images does not zoom very well. Nobody's gonna be dancing on those. Okay, so under our parent class, are they able to hold up, say, a dancing human about 5'2", 110 pounds, lightly clothed? No, I don't think so. With the kinds of like complex moves that pole dancers are doing, they're like adding tension to the pole on all angles. It's not designed for that. It's designed to hold something straight up and down. You really need something that's solidly mounted if you want to do pole dancing. Man, I didn't win the $10,000 from the random tweet selected. Chris has done his pole dancing research clearly, of course. Why haven't you? That's the real question, mister. Well, we know this should be pretty easy for me to replace later. So we'll just use hard-coded art for now, and then be able to swap it out for different zones later after we get everything working. I think it should be pretty easy to add the logic, as long as I don't go too far on creating as many of these obstacle pieces as I can. So that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of generating a whole bunch of work for myself down the line. But by scaring myself with that, I'm not even getting any work done in the present. I got a bachelor's degree, employers. Okay. Wait, what's gonna happen here? Oh, this is gonna give me copyright strike. That's pretty accurate though. Me, my stupid little life. What's about to happen? Oh, she's dancing with herself. That's so sad. Nice PC. Where's the disk drive? The what? Nice. When you hop on Reddit and see the weird ass posts and comments you made from last night, exterminate. Normal people. Sony. Anti-vaxxers. Why? I don't get it. Texas. Oh. That's sad. Hacker threatening to reveal my address. Me who already knows it. But you didn't have to cut me off. This probably has audio. I'm scared of the videos, because what if the audio is copyrighted? I don't know why MeIRL has been having so many video posts lately. If I'm being completely honest, that's pretty weird. Their son is gone. That's what I thought, but why choose Sony for that? I liked this one. I envy these ducks, just floating all day, not a care in the world. Our water is polluted, predators devour our children, God has forsaken my species. I hear you, pal, quack, quack, ducky want bready. I think I have a crush on Beyonce. Whatever floats your boat. No, that's buoyancy. Oh, it's funny because Beyonce and buoyancy sound similar. When you've already destroyed the Christmas tree and now it's time to take down Santa's village. Nice. Me watching you edit my Google Doc. There are more fish in the sea, but there is also trash. That's me. I'm the trash. I love this one. People who liked this also liked. A fly entering my room, same fly trying to leave. Yep. Okay, my problem is when there's like one fruit fly in my apartment, they always decide to come bother me. I have an 860 square foot apartment. Go literally anywhere else in the apartment and I won't murder you. Ugh. That looks painful. When I click submit payment, I stopped feeling that. I don't really feel much of anything these days. That might be a problem. Yeah, they could be anywhere. They decide to buzz around your face. Exactly. It's so annoying. I'm not gonna murder you if you're anywhere else in the apartment. I don't give a shit. If you're like right around me though, it's death time. You're going bye-bye. Ugh. Okay, get this working, Chris. Then worry about the small things like replacing the art with instances. So step 1, get it working. We need a regular segment. We need an enemy segment for the thing, and that's going to be minus 250. Yeah, minus 250. And then let's give them, this is easy mode, so let's give them 2 regular segments. They can do different ones. Also, why are these all parenting together? What the fuck, Unreal? Success. And then 1 more regular segment. And this should be minus 750. So we need to add the door. So this will always give the person a chance to notice the next obstacle, rather than it being completely random where it spawns these things. Although we probably don't even need the first segment here. This is going to be something that can require some playtesting. Wait, what is happening with my music? How did we get off of this playlist? Oh no, I'm going to have copyrighted music on this stream now, because Spotify decided to go away from the playlist I was on. Screw you, Spotify. Stay on the royalty-free music that's very repetitive. This is probably good enough. Alright, so then we want some tracks. Oh, I'm so fucked in terms of copyright. And then we need the enemy track as well. Okay, now we need the actual enemy. So we have our door ring. And we can add the door. Now I need to figure out how high I want to make this. That's pretty low. I've been ducking under these for like the past since I've been playtesting this. It's pretty brutal. Like, you can't just do a normal squat to get under this. I'll move it up some. Cool, we have a duck segment. Nice. So now let's build the map generator. So am I even using this? Get segment piece count plus plus. We increment it, but we never actually. I don't think. Oh, I see. Yeah. We do use this. We use this to set. Shit. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. I'll be right back. That's what I get for drinking a bunch of G Fuel all at once. So here's the problem. The reason I'm saying this out loud is so you understand the problem. So we're doing a for loop, or we were doing a for loop to say, hey, choose a random number in a range that I like, which is 5 to 10. And for that random integer, generate pieces. So it would, let's say it chose 7, it would say I'm going to generate 7 pieces. Now the problem here is I'm creating different chunks of a map now of varying length. So let's say on the first go through, on the first iteration of the loop, we create a segment that is 5 pieces long. Well, we only want to create a segment that's 7 pieces long. But it's still going to iterate through the loop 7 more times, adding things that are longer than 1 each time. So I can't use a for loop. I'm going to have to do a while loop, and that's messy. Is while loop even an option here, or do they take it out? Because no, they do have it as an option. I think if it repeats too many times, then they take it out. Well, once it's completed, we'll go here. So instead, we're going to choose a length. And we're going to create some integers here. Segment length low. Segment length high. Not high as in hello, I just did high to use less letters. We'll also get rid of the W here. That's why make it longer than it needs to be? I know what it means. So we'll grab the segment length low, which we'll just set this to what we have currently. And high. which we'll set to 10 currently. We'll also publicly expose these. Not that way, you perv. So then we're going to set a new variable called segment length. We're going to set this here. Then we're going to go to the while loop. We no longer need the for loop. That's old potatoes. You can publicly expose them all you like. Use the contractor poll while you're at it. We will pay for it if I do it that way. Okay, so we're gonna set the segment length, and then we're going to. This is dangerous. While loops are dangerous. You need to make sure there's an exit strategy no matter what. So while current length, which we may not need the current length variable. We might be able to just use segment pieces, but it's better safe than sorry. I'd rather have additional variables because it costs nothing. And we're going to put all of these under segment length handling category. It's good to keep things categorized just because you can already see how messy that is with how many goddamn variables I have. Okay. So I want to set the segment length, and then this is where it gets complicated. I need to figure out how I want to generate these pieces, or how I want to choose which piece to generate. Do I want to make an array? Do I want to make multiple arrays? How do I choose based on difficulty? There's got to be an easy way to do this. So there's not... Here's the problem. The game is going to increase in difficulty every so often. I'm going to add an integer for that to say what level is the player on, essentially. What difficulty level are they on? Then it's going to choose map segments based on difficulty level. I wonder if we can do a map for this. Let's see what options we have with maps. So we will create a new map, and this will be map, segment map. And this will be a map of, oh, fuck, it's bugging out right when I was about to figure things out too. You gotta be fucking kidding me, Unreal. You're gonna make me find this again? That's so annoying. It's like every time I have a revelation I'm about to solve something, the engine bugs out and I have to restart it and then I lose my place. Okay, where was I? I think I was doing this under the map generator. Yeah. Okay. We created segment map. Why is it not here? Wow, it didn't even save my variable. So this is gonna be maps, map segment. What did I name this? Map segment underscore base. Class reference. We want to make this a map. Tied to an integer, which will be difficulty. So obstacle duck, difficulty 1. So then let's drag that out and just see what options that gives us. So what if we have multiple of these? Duplicate keys are not allowed. So I don't think a map is gonna be... What's a set? I know what an array, I know what a single variable is, I don't know what a set is, and I don't really know how to use a map. Oh, this is enemy map. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong thing. We want segment map. Duplicate keys are not allowed. Maps value type. finds the value with the provided key, outputs an array of all keys, outputs an array of all values. So I also want some of these to be more common than others. So we want to be able to sort by difficulty. Here, let me blueprint types. Oh boy, looking through documentation, real exciting. Blueprint maps. Okay, but I want to know what a set is. They are not going to tell me, are they? Array nodes. I have an idea. Let's write documentation for our engine, but just leave out an important feature. Array set blueprint sets. Here we go. The set container type has been added. Sets are an exciting addition to the Blueprint API because they support efficient lookups and retrieval with keys, where a key is an item itself. The set's characteristic, where an item's key is the item itself, means sets enable developers to efficiently add, find, and remove items located in the container. Depending on your game, sets can be used to ignore commonly used words in dialogue, or they can be used to store unique inventory items. Clearly, there are many potential use cases when you're working with sets. However, before we can harness the power of sets in your game, you'll need to learn how to properly use them in UE4. As you read through this page, you'll learn how to create and edit blueprint sets. You'll also learn about the properties of blueprint sets, which are being included to help you get the most out of using sets in your game projects. But what is a set? What makes it different from an array? Items must be unique. All items in a set must be defined. Items stored in a set are unordered. They cannot be modified after they're created. Why? I don't think that's getting the right data type. Here's an idea. We don't need a map, we just need an array. I don't know how quickly the I don't want to set one an array. So I don't know how quickly it'll be able to loop through this. But we can just add one of each of our pieces here. For each. We might want to do this before the while loop. For each, get so you can't get variables from an item from a class. Oh, we can. Cool. Get class defaults. So for each, get the difficulty. We'll store the current difficulty under the game mode. Default will be 1. So we can just get the current game mode, get difficulty. We just say for each. Yeah, we'll do this before the while loop. And we'll create segments. We'll call this all segments. And we'll create a new one titled available segments. So we'll do the for each loop. We will get the segment, we'll go through every single segment. That's going to be a little bit expensive, I think. Might have to find an easier way to do this later, but just get it working, then optimize, you know? So then we'll do a branch. Hey, is this less than or equal to current difficulty? We also might want to find a way to say, hey, we don't want like a ton of these pieces. We might end up using maps for percentages of how often they'll show up. But for now, this will be fine. We'll just make all of the pieces of that difficulty show up equally. Oh, I forgot to cancel Discord Nitro again. That's fine. It's cheap enough. I don't mind. So if the difficulty is less than or equal to our current difficulty, then we add this to available segments. Then that gives us an array of pieces that it can choose based on the current difficulty of the map. Which we only have one piece available to us right now. Oh, let's eventually we'll change this logic a little bit to say current difficulty and current minimum difficulty, so that we're not always throwing out super easy pieces once it gets more difficult. But for now, this will be fine. So that gives us our available segments. Then after we're done, we go to the while loop. Also, before we run this loop to create our available segments, we need to clear the available segments. Clear? I think that should clear an array moves all content. Cool. So then we want to say while current length is less than the total segment length. So we will because of the nature of how this is going to choose pieces, we will end up with segments of the map that are longer than the segment length, but we'll be within that ballpark at least until I can figure out a better way to handle it. So while the current length is less than the segment length, we will do basically this. We'll get the piece transformation. We will spawn actor from class. We'll grab our available segments. Oh, we need to get a random one. Shuffle. Like a deck of cards. And then we will get the length of this. -1. I'm gonna get a protein bar. We'll be right back. Okay. I didn't want to just stare at my node graph while I was eating a protein bar. Okay, I see. So there's a ledge right here that just blends in really well with the path. How is this made? A whole lot of editing. Oh, I love these. I wanted to go see the Blue Man Group. What's up, Kari? How's it going? When I went to go see the Blue Man Group live in Vegas when I was in middle school with my family, they had like one of these made out of statues. And they would spin it and they would strobe a light at the exact right time, so the statues would look like they were dancing. It was really cool. I took a quick break to eat a protein bar and got distracted. I'm doing well. I've got a 3-day weekend, so that's pretty fun. And I guess apparently I have a date tomorrow, so that's cool. I have no idea what to expect. Dude, I don't know, it was fast. Met her on a dating app today, said want to go out this weekend, and she was like, sure, why not? So, I don't know. We'll see if she cancels before 7 tomorrow. Seems cool though. Just be me, I'm already awesome. That's what I usually do. There's no reason in being anybody else. Oh dude, you have no idea how often people cancel or flake. That's pretty cool. That's funny. Pure sleight of hand. This guy's movements are really awkward. Typical Elmsley count. Nice. Okay, I wasn't expecting all 3 jacks to show up. He's got some... He obviously has more than 4 cards there. So if you watch the count... Huh. Actually, I'm not sure on that one. I thought if you watched the count for sure, you would see the diamond twice. That's what I thought I was done. Yeah, that was better than I thought it was gonna be. Because at the start of it, his movements are extremely awkward. But at the end of it, I have no idea how he swapped out for 3 of them. And that's me doing, I do a similar thing where I have 4 jacks and swap them all out. Or I have 4 jacks and swap them all out for aces. I do a trick like that myself, so no idea how he did that one. That was pretty clean. But there is, I will show you something. The count that he was doing looked a lot like, let me see if I can find a good example here. Looked a lot like an Elmsley count. Just, oh shit. Where it looks like you only have 4 black cards, while in reality, I also have the 3 aces here. But it's a really clean way of saying, hey, I only have 4 black cards. By itself, it's kind of a self-working trick if you just do the count over and over again. You'd be like, yeah, I got 4 black cards, now I've got an ace. What? Now I've got 2 aces. What? Now I have different aces, whatever. I don't know. It's a really clean way to pretend you only have a certain amount of cards. I shouldn't be showing you all that, though. You know, let's get back to work on this. We got problems to solve. So we grab the available segments that we have. You know, 1 card trick you learned when you were 10. My favorite things aren't even like the tricks. My favorite things are like the flourishes. I'm like, wee. That stuff's fun to me. You can also do the one where I take it and like do like a 3-way cut with 1 hand. That one took a lot of practice. Like most people can't even do just like the 1-handed regular cut. Doing the 3-way, that one's really hard. Springing the cards, stuff like that, I think is fun. I don't know. It's really hard to do it at an upward angle. I'm used to doing this low on the ground. So much harder to catch when I'm staring at the camera. Some people can spring these really far. I just need like a hand cam for doing this shit. I don't know. Card magic's fun. Alright, grab the length. We want to subtract 1. Because the length is going to be 1 longer than the final index of the array. That's a confusing thing for a lot of people that are new to this kind of thing. So if you count the amount of items in an array, it goes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in the array. But the problem is that the array indexes start at 0. So the final item in the array is only item number 4 because the first one is item number 0. So that's why I'm subtracting 1 from the length. The length is going to give us how many items are in the array, not the final index. So then we want to random integer in range, which we only have 1 item in the array currently because we only have 1 potential map piece. We're going to grab max, and then minimum will be 0. And then we want to get whatever random piece we grab that fits within our difficulty parameters. And then we want to spawn actor from that class at this transform. Alright, we're gonna have to do some casting here. So we spawn an actor at this location and rotation. What's up, TARDIS man? How are you tonight? Man, we gotta play some games soon, Mr. Miles. I have some challenges I have to do in Fortnite to get different Superman styles. And I need people to play with. You're also more than welcome to join, of course. Depends a lot. You just don't seem to be someone who plays Fortnite. Woke up from a several-hour nap. You wrote map. So I'm confused. Nap. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I feel that. I passed out while I was cooking dinner. I set the chicken in the oven, put an alarm on my phone, and just passed the frick out until my alarm went off. Sheesh. Why are you sheeshing me? Isn't that noise they do, like, by rubbing their forearm or something on TikTok? I haven't touched Fortnite in at least 2 years now. Dude, honestly, anybody who wants to can join my Fortnite buddies Discord, where I try to find people to play Fortnite with. As long as you have a good mic, that's all I care about. All you're needed for is challenges. You're down to play sometime though, although you heard this week has increased alien weapon spawns. Yeah, I just want to use you, TARDIS. No, I genuinely enjoy playing with you all. But also, like, just like the idea of booting up Fortnite on my own to play by myself to do challenges, I haven't been able to convince myself to do it. I need other people to play with. I just can't do it right now this season. I do not like this season. Not a fan. But I do want the dark Superman styles, so gotta do it at some point. I have 10 days, I guess, until the next season. 9 days. The event's on the 12th. You've been playing a lot more story games and less online games recently. I feel that too, honestly. Like, I played through Ori, both Ori games. I played through Hollow Knight. I need to play Skyward Sword, but I've been caught up on Dead Cells at the moment. Although I haven't even played games for like the past week. I've been watching anime. Judge me. You need to grind games for the cosmic chests as well. You need alien artifacts. After I get this working, do you want to play? I'm almost done getting this working, I think. So then we should get a whole bunch of map pieces that are just this one type of segment. Oh, is Unreal bugging out on me again? Are you fucking kidding me? We had like an entire stream yesterday of it not bugging out, and now it's doing it again. Not yesterday, 2 days ago. It is 9:28. Eating, but that shouldn't take long. It better not. Alright, so we'll cast to map segment base, because all of these have that as the parent class. You don't need to cast map segment base. Oh, so it already knows then. So we want to get segment length. We want to set the current length. Food Wars is basically softcore. It's it's so like the humor in the show is so well timed though. It's a really funny show. It's a really funny show. Yeah, it's pretty much softcore porn, but it's a really funny show with likable characters. Like there was one episode where he has a cook-off with the... Okay, this isn't helping my case at all, but he has a cook-off with the meat master. That sounds so much worse when I say it out loud. With the meat master, and she's using like Wagyu A5 beef cuts to make her dish, and he got his at the supermarket on sale. He's just like, oh, it was on sale. I got this for a discount. It was funny shit. Okay, so we grab the current length. To set the current length, we want to get the current length and add the segment length here. So we're going to need to be vigilant on how long these are. God damn it, Ben's a lot. I'm not allowed to say any of the characters in the show are attractive because they're high school students, and that would be illegal. They're fictional high school students, but still. Man, I can't believe they're still doing Dragon Con. Okay, that's a pretty good cosplay. I was brought up Dragon Con because it was trending on Twitter for Georgia, apparently. So people are posting pictures of their cosplays. And this guy, that's a pretty good IT crowd cosplay. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's great. Annette. I don't know what that one's from. Is that a show on a streaming service? I think it's a pretty fucking funny show. It's on Netflix. It's called Food Wars. It's an anime about a kid. It's like a cooking anime. Oh shit, I work with her. Is that her cosplay? Wow. Looks nothing like her. No, like, not the cosplay doesn't look like a character. I'm saying, like, looks nothing like my coworker. Which means good job, I guess. Nice. Dragon Con's fun. I just can't believe people are actually going this year with the COVID rates so high. I guess it won't be as crowded. Still fun to see all the cosplays. I was trying to tell... No, I don't think that's the same guy. What? Oh, is that Glow? It's that long ass sword. That's a lightsaber. Is it a Comic-Con? Yeah, Dragon Con is kind of like a Comic-Con. It's like a smaller Comic-Con. Although it's gotten really big before the pandemic. I don't know who that's supposed to be, but I'm probably just not familiar with the character. Yeah, it's happening this weekend. It always happens Labor Day weekend. Oh, nice. Are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. That's pretty funny. It's like a slice of life comedy anime that shows an assortment of pretty foods. Yeah. Supposedly the manga actually has recipes in it for all of the dishes that are made in the show, which is pretty cool. Steak, melons, okay, Ben's a lot. Yeah, it's an anime though. The food in the show honestly looks really good. You can cosplay as David Tennant and go one day? Yes. It's a really funny show though. There's definitely some sexual stuff in the show, but it's a really funny show. Like whenever the characters eat something they really like, they lose their clothes. They get softcore. They cover anything that would be like X-rated. 10th Doctor is the only, not the only good one, but the best Doctor. He is the Doctor to me. I thought Capaldi was pretty good though, for the most part. And God, what is her name? Jodie Whittaker. I thought Jodie Whittaker was really good too. I need to watch the rest of her. I did not like Matt Smith. I typed female doctor on Google and it tried to give me like a bunch of doctor's offices in my area. It's like, no. Wrong doctor. Alright, so we want to set the current length to the current length plus the segment length of whatever the length is. Which, by the way, did I set the length for this one? Because it should be 3. I did not. 3, difficulty 1. Then after that, we get the segment piece count and we add to it. Not really fond of the show writing for her episodes. That's fair. To be fair, I've only seen the first season with her. I haven't seen the rest of it. I enjoyed the first season of her though. And her acting feels very much like the Doctor. She's very whimsical. I enjoyed her performance as the Doctor. For the first season. I haven't watched the rest of it, so I can't judge all of it fairly. Which is like, I have nothing against Matt Smith as an actor, but my problem with that entire arc was the writing. All of his arcs feel like they ended, like the writing was very amateur for the endings of the arcs. And a lot of the episodes were kind of lame, and I really hated Amy Pond. What's up, Tech? I don't know, I have to read names in the chat, like, to myself a few times to make sure I'm not going to say anything out loud that sounds offensive. What's up, Tech Lappy? How's it going? I think we're about ready to playtest this. Your problem was Rory. Oh my god, he was such a simp. Ugh. Like, bruh. Move on. You love David? You liked Peter as the Doctor, but you felt like the script they gave him was a bit lacking. But the showrunners changed after Tennant when Matt Smith came on. I don't know when they changed again. You don't like the writing with Jodie? That's fair. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I feel like, okay, I liked Jodie better than Capaldi. I liked Capaldi a lot better than Matt Smith. But still, the arcs, like, the arcs and the writing were at their peak with David Tennant. And David Tennant's just a fantastic actor. And I would have liked to see where Eccleston went if he had more than one season, because he was great too. Like Eccleston I liked so much that when he regenerated, I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate this. This is gonna suck. Why are they getting rid of him? But then David Tennant completely won me over. But I would have liked to see where they took Eccleston if they gave him longer. Check your Insta. I am the wrong person to ask for that. I've never worked at a game studio. I just make my own shit. Okay, so we want to add to the segment piece count. My specialty, I actually went to school for visual effects, nothing game related. Not right now. Maybe off stream. My stream is not a place for people to promote their work. So I want to set segment piece count to that plus the segment length. Segment piece count is super important because that sets the player speed. I think after that, oh, we do need to set the transform, and for that I need to modify the base segment. Oh, end location. That works. Next piece look. This is, I don't know if I'd call this coding, artist fan. This is, I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. It's nodes. Is nodes considered coding? I've always considered coding like actually hard writing code. So we need to, I keep losing my train of thought here. Visual scripting or visual coding? I guess that works. That's fair. Depends a lot. Felt too cramped with the 3 companions and such. Yeah, that's fair. I don't like a lot of, I guess, like, okay, I really liked her performance as the Doctor, but I remember almost nothing of what happened from her, from the season I watched of her. I remember there were multiple companions. Other than that, completely forgettable. Well, there are episodes and moments from David Tennant that just like completely stick with me forever. Even Matt Smith had that, I guess. Like the fish custard in the first episode with him. The only episode of Matt Smith I really, really liked was the first one. That's the only one that really stuck with me. Capaldi didn't really have anything that stuck with me either. Oh, I also really, really liked Clara Oswald as a companion. She was great. She was a really good actress. Who was that actress? It was Jenna Coleman. Yeah, she was a great actress. I hated Amy Pond. I just do not think that, what's her actor's name? Don't like how she calls them the fam. What is her name? That is like, Karen Gillan. I do not think she's a good actress. What do you mean you don't like that, fam? Alright, so this is stuff we need to set after. Okay, that's fine. Just copy. Paste. Oh, what is the... Oh, just an actor array. Nice. That makes my life a little bit easier. The flatmate and Smith. I'm trying to remember. I think I know what you're talking about. Sounds familiar. Is that the one with the alien ship in the building? It was like a disguised alien ship. It's been a really long time. Okay, add. And then current piece, this is no longer going to work. So we're gonna create a new. We'll promote this to a variable. That way we don't have to actually create a new one. And then we'll just name it current chunk rather than current piece, if that's not gonna confuse me down the line. Jesus. Then we'll get end location and we'll get the world transform of that and set that to the piece transform. Been years since you watched them start rewatching them slowly. See, I subscribed to Crunchyroll since only the first 2 seasons of Food Wars are on Netflix, and I wanted to watch the rest of the show. So I'm gonna be on like an anime binge, I think. Anime honestly forces you to learn how to read really quickly because you have to read subtitles when they're speaking really fast. Okay, so theoretically this should work. Let's just test it. Oh, I didn't move the end location. That's on me. So, it was at the minus 250. We need it to be like minus 750, I think. Yeah. It works. Granted, we only have one type of map piece. It does technically work. I think we need to... Geez, that looks so messy. Gridlock. Oh god, yeah, the CG during David Tennant's arc was awful, even for the time. It seems like they got a huge budget increase when Moffat came on board, because the visuals were so much better. Even just the lighting and cinematography and everything was a huge improvement. It was just the writing that tanked. New York and the traffic jam. Are you talking about the one where they're under in the tunnel and nobody can get out of the tunnel and they're the crabs? And then it turns out that the council was dead from the drugs or whatever. See, that's an episode that sticks with you. Like, there were so many impactful episodes in David Tennant's arc. Wow, those cars look pretty bad, though. Oh my god. I didn't remember them looking that bad. Those look real bad. Bliss. I don't want to go. This is like my go-to GIF on Twitter. Has so many uses. My other one is I love this GIF. Okay, so what's not getting reset? Current length. Dad used to play the audio of that scene in the car all the time. Oh. We're not resetting the current length. So now this should work. Why would your dad play that audio in the car all the time? That's so masochistic. What's happening here? We got the two pieces. Oh, okay, that's part of the corner. I always put two pieces before the corner. Okay, now it's working. Oh, jeez. That scared the shit out of me. I forgot your health depletes over time. Unless you collect energy orbs. Wow. God, that I was like zoned out, and there's like blam. Holy shit. Wow. Saw a TikTok earlier about a kid with a cerebral palsy, and his mom was urging parents to teach their kids to not be so rude and negative when people have slurred speech. Some people have it rough. And it's unfortunate. It's just the way it is. Jesus Christ. I'm still getting over the... Yeah. It is weird. Like, relatively speaking, it seems like we're pretty well off in the world. But everybody at all stages of life has problems. But then you look at other people who have it so much worse than you, and you feel bad. It makes you wonder, like, why is nature this way? I think segment length low I'm gonna set to 7, and high I'm gonna set to 15. Oh, we need to, that's right, I need to add some cubes here. So we'll add a box collision. Say anywhere within the 2 meters is fine. Yeah, I lost my train of thought because I got distracted and opened Bumble, and the first person that came up was my ex. Awkward. Different axes? Axes? What? I'm out of it. Anyway, I want to make this... It's like 1.5 meters maybe. So we'll just make it 150. Oh, plural of axes. Of axis, yeah. could be both goofy and silly, but also serious and imposing. Yeah. Too much into the wacky part. That's a fair assessment. Again, I don't remember much of her arc. I just think she's very likable. Average person, it's like 5 feet. 5'4", I think for women. 5 foot. Average person height. Average height in the United States is 5'4". So it'd be like their head, then they can still reach higher. I'll just say that, like at max, these will go to about 5 foot. So 5'4" to meters to centimeters. Do about 160. So just say 150. Nope, wrong axis. We'll just put this at 100. And that way you can be off the floor a little bit. I can honestly just look at the old dimensions because those were pretty good. Had it set to 90 by 64 by 53. Wow. I think I can make it a little bit harder than that. That's what she said. What was the depth? 60? Set it to like 55. 5'4" for women, 5'8" for men. Yeah, you're correct. So then we just give this, here, let's go to the top perspective. It doesn't really matter as long as they're within bounds, but I think 2 energy capsules here is good for 'em. Energy box. Oh, how do you name this? Oh, just never mind. It's been a long week. Then all I should have to do based on my script is add a tag called energy. So if it has tag energy, I'm gonna do that and get all the components. So then on begin play, we will spawn energy capsules. So back here, let's go ahead and duplicate that. Make 2, and let's see if it works. it does indeed work. So now as we add different segments and chunks and it chooses randomly, it'll be fun. We can also do a Tetris bag sort of thing where we remove a piece from the bag every time it uses it on that segment, so each segment won't have duplicates. Once we have enough to choose from, of course. So I think I can also just add another one. Put it down here beneath the door. So as you're ducking, you'll have to grab one too. This is so much more fun actually getting to design things rather than just making types of enemies and having the map generate them. Poodle, you have a Doctor Who onesie? My respect for you, TARDIS man, just got so much higher. Remember when cup stacking was the biggest thing on YouTube? I do not. I do remember when a gigantic man singing Numa Numa Yay was the biggest thing on the internet though. So now, we play this. It was too warm at the time. Even at night? Now we get a little energy capsule under the door too. Okay, so those are sticking around. I'll have to fix that. You could wear it. You wear a Doctor Who t-shirt at the moment, though. Which one? Not like I have a vast knowledge of all of the different options. I'm just curious what your Doctor Who t-shirt looks like. Has the TARDIS, Dalek, Silent, Cyberman, and Weeping Angel across the road. Mimics the beat. Oh, nice. Very nice. It is yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. So you want to add it to next pods. Oh, we already did that. Okay, so you want to set, or you did that too. How does it know to delete them then? I never would have guessed. Hardest man. Like the only event attached to this. So then I guess I need to look at the corner. Get all child actors. So for each, we ask if it's valid. Oh. Okay. Didn't realize that was important. And if it's valid, nope. We'll need to add a disorb. Array. So map segment base. Orb array. Since we're gonna have multiple orbs, so we can go to map generator where we're doing this as map segment base, get orb array for each we don't need the is valid here. We need the is valid on the for loop. We ask if it's valid. If it is valid, then we Destroy actor. So now when you're on the corner, I should delete the old ones. Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. They do say that a lot. Man, Chick-fil-A has a really good chocolate chip cookies. I haven't had them in a very long time, like probably over a year. But they are really good. I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in a while. I need to fix that. It just doesn't fit into my... Okay, we're deleting the orbs now. We Gucci. We Gucci. And I want to escape before it kills the player and makes the really loud noise. Cool, everything is working. Now the next task, which we'll do some tomorrow afternoon, I think, will be... will be to just make some more enemy segments and obstacles. So we've been going for 3 hours. I guess we'll end here. It's good. It's a good stopping point. We got our to-do list. We update map generator to one segment type of varying lengths and obstacles, and we added difficulty scaling. That's pretty good progress. Yeah, I think we'll end there. And I might hop on Fortnite just to work on challenges if anybody would like to join. But thanks for hanging out, TARDIS Man and Benzalot. I really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow to work on this some more. What's it to do? And make it extra obvious. Yep, I'll be back tomorrow whenever I wake up. Not sure when. Probably after 9. Go for a couple hours tomorrow. I do have the date tomorrow night that was unexpected. That's cool. Y'all have a good Labor Day weekend if I don't see you again. Wow.